Hey YouTube, this is Lorelia, and I am coming to you with put the seat back some. Coming to you um, in regards to a article, or should I say a video that I saw on Facebook today. Somebody shared it, and it has to do with the working conditions of Amazon and capitalism. But before I get into that, I'm going to talk about a topic that I've been talking about a lot on numerous videos, and I'm glad that some people are do appreciate that I'm telling the truth. Hey, how you doing, April? How you doing? And it has to do with the lack of disposable income. And what do I mean by that? It's the pink elephant in the room. It's the topic that nobody wants to talk about. Um, People really want to believe that the reason why, if they are ever in a financial crunch or a financial setback, it is in regards to debt. And although it is, I've said in other videos, it's because you don't understand how this game is played in this country. See, I told you in previous videos that the rich use debt to get richer. I also explained to you that the rich know how to print money with debt. See, they know that in order to issue you a credit card or to extend you a line of credit or to give you a loan for school, they don't have to have the money in a lending institution, a financial institution, or what have you to lend you money. But you, on the other hand, in order for you to pay back any debt obligation that you have, you need to have income. And what happens is that so many people want to believe that the information that they have been given to them with growing up in regards to money is true. And maybe many, many moons ago, and when I'm talking about many generations ago, you may you may have seen your grandparents, maybe even your parents, depending on your age, where they worked a so-called good job, stayed there for many years, saved a portion of their income, was able to buy that home in suburbia and retire. And so saving was a integral part of their financial philosophy. Unfortunately, in the day and the time that we're in now, that financial philosophy does not no longer exist. Jobs don't even pay the so-called living wage. And that is going to lead me to the article, or not the article, the video on Amazon. So apparently there was this veteran, and this is all going to come together. The title of what I said: lack of disposable income, capitalism, and Amazon slavery. So apparently this gentleman was a veteran in the armed services. Um, he served our country well, and what happened is that when he came home, he was looking for work. And the work that he had to settle for was to work in Amazon, in the Amazon factories or what have you, their fulfillment centers. And now he has this video that has gone viral about Amazon's horrendous working conditions. And he goes into about the amount of time that they have to be on their feet, the breaks that are very small. The conditions are horrendous. And the person that I know who shared the video had all these comments. And of course, he made it a conversation starter saying, oh, I'm not going to be an Amazon Prime customer anymore due to these working conditions that these Amazon workers have to work. It is insane. And then you saw a stream of comments of people co-signing all that. And I thought to myself, I said, what people don't understand is that this country was built on horrendous working conditions. And that is how wealth was built in this country. Is it a topic of conversation that a lot of people don't want to have? Of course it is. No one wants to talk about it. But see, the difference between when that occurred, which is during slavery, we all know that slavery, chattel slavery in this country, chattel slavery in this country built this country. And there were horrendous working conditions. Although that was many centuries ago, what's the difference between now and back then? Is that it's a different form of slavery, because now people are in their eyeballs with debt, and that the living wage that a person has to work is not going to eliminate the debt. So you have these people who are in an uproar about it is not fair. It is not fair that people have to work in these horrendous conditions at Amazon and get paid a very small wage. And I thought to myself, see, the problem is that a lot of people, they're not on the other side of money when it comes to Amazon. See, the good thing about Amazon, and I'm not even a major e-commerce person. Like, I have things that are selling on Amazon. Primarily my book. Since 2013, I get commission. I get royalty reports from Amazon every month. But the problem is that, and I'm not going to say, I want to say that, not the problem, but I want to start with saying, see, most people don't know how to get on the other side of money when it comes to anything. And the reason why is because it's not widely talked about. Because we are so distracted by the Shiggy challenge, the Kiki challenge, slap your mama challenge, whatever challenge is out there. And so the same energy that it takes to say Amazon is not doing this and not doing that, let me figure out or learn how I can be a partner with Amazon, learn e-commerce, learn how, because anyone could sell on Amazon. See, what people don't understand, Amazon does not sell the items that are on the platform. All they are fulfillment centers that have the best logistics in the country. There are other people who are selling and they use Amazon as logistics. Even for me, for myself, for example, I don't print my book. I don't ship my book if a person buys it off of Amazon. Amazon is my printer. Amazon ships it off for me, and I'm out of the picture. Now, it's different if the person buys it from my website, because I do always have books at home. But in regards to the conversation of Amazon, they do all that. And so many people don't know how to get on the other side of the conversation about money, about how they can be partners with Amazon and learn e-commerce and learn how they can work from their computer or their smartphone. And like I said, I'm not even a major player, and I don't sell nothing e-commerce, how to, or what have you. So I'm not even trying to sell you on, hey, learn this thing with Amazon, because I don't sell it. I don't teach it. I'm not the expert in that. But I do know that there are others out there who are doing it. But see, the problem is that we have been sold a bag of goods that's not going to help us. Because newsflash, um, exactly, Trig Wolf. Newsflash, whenever Amazon is trying to put a new fulfillment center in a particular state, it is front page news. XYZ particular city is now in the runnings to be Amazon's new fulfillment center. And then the city does this big old PR campaign selling people on the jobs that are coming to the city and how people are going to get employed and yada yada this and yada yada that. And people buy into that. But see, the thing is that what's not on the front page is that you can go right on the Amazon website, become a seller of Amazon, read the information that's there that teaches you how you can do it. There you go. April said that's what she's learning. Exactly. Hire someone to teach you. Because, see, what a lot of people don't realize is that it's not common conversation amongst a lot of the people who they are around. You know, I recently said this to my client. Without me even meeting my friends, your friends, I bet you all your friends are just like you. And she said, what do you mean by that? Meaning y'all pretty much make the same amount of money, your personal habits are the same, and your financial habits is the same. And do you know, later on in that conversation, she ended up telling me about how one of her girlfriends who's in debt, and she was trying to give her some advice on not doing it because where it had landed her. And I said, didn't I tell you? And so what does that have to do with Amazon? See, if you are not exposed to you being on the other conversation of how you can create an income for yourself with Amazon, you're going to think that the best thing running is working at an Amazon fulfillment center where the conditions are terrible, the pay is low, and you are on a constant cycle of, once again, being in debt, not hardly making a living wage, and can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Where does capitalism fall in all of this? It's pretty much what I said. This country was built on horrendous working conditions for other people to profit. It's no different now. This country is still built on horrendous working conditions to build wealth for other people. The difference is now is that you kind of have some choice in the matter. If you read a book, if you decide to be open to conversation. See, I did a video yesterday where I kind of touched on that many people take a vow to poverty. And what do I mean by that? It's not saying that, hello, I want to stay in poverty. That's not what it is. You taking a vow to poverty really means that you reject anything that is not familiar with what you've been exposed to. So the same way the guy who made that post, I commented on it, and I got a whole bunch of, well, because of this, because of this, because of this, because of this. Now, the reason why it was all these buts is because he is not aware that anyone who has a working smartphone, because half of the people that watch the videos on YouTube, they have the best technology around. So he doesn't know that with a smartphone or even a computer, you can partner with Amazon today and start selling. And that's what and that was my whole response to him. Instead of that guy complaining and trying to go viral with his complaints about Amazon, learn how he can partner with Amazon and increase his income. And then eventually he can leave the horrendous conditions that Amazon has created. And so going back to, making a vow to poverty, see, so many people are very set and stuck in their ways of what it is they know. And so you have people who would rather be, and I never forget, I had a mentor who said this, and it's so true. I'd rather be wealthy and wrong, meaning if it's something that I don't know and someone else knows and I'm willing to listen, then I'd rather do that and admit that my way is wrong than to be self-righteous and right. And see, so many people want to sit around and just be self-righteous and right. And want to ignore the fact that the reason why they're in debt is because they don't have enough income. And even if they do have enough income and they're able to wipe it out, if it's tied to a paycheck, if their income is tied to a paycheck, if they lose that paycheck, they're back in debt because now they have to resort to living on credit cards. Or either a lot of people are just conditioned to believe that my situation is the way it is because I have bad credit. I did a video about that yesterday, that even if you remove derogatory stuff off your credit report, if you have high balances reporting on your credit report, your score is not going to go up. So see, that's where we're at now. We have a lot of self-righteous people who rather be right and struggling than to be wrong and try to build wealth for themselves. And the reason why they don't want to be wrong is because they've been listening to so many talking heads. Hey, how you doing, digital media? Make sure you catch the beginning of this video. Who have told them that this is the way to go. Before I did this YouTube live, I don't really listen to Dave Ramsey. I don't subscribe to his philosophy. I understand he has made millions. He's a bona fide millionaire. Hey, how you doing, Latanya? He's a bona fide millionaire. He has a well-known brand. But I don't subscribe to the Dave Ramsey philosophy. I just don't. It doesn't speak to me. And so I don't really listen to his information on YouTube. But when I do videos on YouTube, you know how YouTube has the suggested videos on the side. His videos are usually there. So before I did this video, I noticed that he did a title that said, let me think. If you want to be rich, you cannot hate the rich. And I said, you know what? Like I said, I don't listen to Dave Ramsey, but I'm going to go back and listen to that one. Because I have read his books. I just don't listen to his podcasts. So I know his philosophy. So I'm not speaking from a place of this is what I think. I've read his books. I've read, the books that he has. But I was very surprised for him to make that comment because that is so true. See, so many people want to be wealthy or they want to, and I know, like I said, money, wealth, income is the pink elephant in the room. Nobody want to talk about it. But yet everybody wants it. So it's like, I want to do better for myself financially. I would like to make a little more money. But I don't want to learn from those who who have did it, or I don't like them. And unfortunately, the laws of life don't work like that. You cannot hate something and want it also. And there's so many people who are like that. They want more money. They want financial stability. They don't want future financial setbacks. But then yet and still, they will talk about the wealthy. So like I said, I'm looking forward to listening to that video that he did, because it's so true. I was surprised that he did something on that wavelength, because that's usually not his, not his thing, based on the titles that I've seen. So I say all this to say, stop complaining. Stop complaining. Too many people are complaining about what is, but see, the thing is that you all just don't have access to higher levels of conversations. And you really want to be self-righteous and right instead of wealthy and wrong. And what happens is that when you hold on to that self-righteousness, you find yourself, just like that gentleman, angry. Oh, Amazon shouldn't be treating us like this. It's a billionaire company, and Jeff Bezos and all this other stuff. Instead of saying, you know what? I may not be Jeff Bezos, but let me find out how I can partner with Jeff Bezos. That's how I look at it. I'm one of Jeff Bezos' partners. I buy the stock, the whole nine. I'm a partner with him. That's how I look at it. I'm not no Jeff Bezos. I'm no billionaire. Far from it. But you darn Skippy, I'm going to partner. So it's all with how you look at life. So that's all that I have for you today. But if you're someone who feels like I'm ready to try something new, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm now showing people how they can leverage their credit to create a consistent cash flow. Is it going to be conversation that you're not used to? Of course. But how long are you going to be self-righteous and right? Instead of admitting that you're wrong and start building wealth for yourself. And if building wealth for yourself is not something that you've been interested in, because I get it, some people just trying to make it to next week. They got very short-sighted views of life. I'm just trying to get to next week. I'm just trying to get to the next pay period. That's it. You talk about wealth. It's time to stretch your vision. So once again, this is Lorelia. All my links will be below this video. But if you know somebody who can use this content, please like it, comment, and share it. Also, if you're new to this channel, I know I do them every week, April. I do them every week. If you go to under this video, is not until it processed. Thank you, Trig. It will be a link. It will say cashflow.yourmoneymentor.com. There you will get access to what I'm sharing with people. And let me just say this, if you're new to my channel, because I know the YouTube lives expand my reach, and they allow me to reach people who are new to who I am. And so the conversation of credit and debt is something that's not new. Yes, April, looking forward to meeting you and seeing you in class. Less than $50, less than $40. And I'm leveraging systems. So let me tell you that I'm leveraging systems, but I also have my own systems. I'm a big advocate of leverage. The same way what I just said with Amazon. I leverage what Amazon has. I don't have to be Jeff Bezos' daughter or mistress, but I can leverage what he has. I leverage his platform. I leverage the way they print my books. They create my books. I'm a big advocate of leverage. I'm going to do a separate video with leverage, because a lot of people do not understand the power of leverage. So many people feel like you're supposed to do everything, and that's not how the wealthy do it. They ain't trying to do everything. That's why they get you. That's why they hire people for $9 an hour to work in fulfillment centers at Amazon. Thank you, Ramon. But I just want to say this. So like I was saying, if you're new to my channel, I'm Lorelia Brown-Phillips. I've did over 200 videos of credit and debt on this channel. Been on this channel since 2010. Um, and so my conversation has been consistent. Um, if you're on my communication list, I will actually be submitting to you, sending you a video that I did, I have to say sometime in 2011, but I saw that someone repurposed the video on YouTube, and I saw it in my sideline, and it was actually how to think like a millionaire. Now it's about 3 years old, but I remember doing it. I did it in 2011, and it got loaded onto a channel 2013. So my conversation, the consistency has been the same. Although I may be new to you, but my conversation has been the same. So once again, it's Lorelia. Looking forward to talking to you all. Thank you so much for the comments. Please like and share it. Yesterday, I actually had the video marked unlisted. And so I was wondering, it was like nobody was on or anything, but I didn't realize that until after. So like I said, I don't take my time here for granted. So glad to share information with you, and I'm looking forward to talking to you further. Okay, bye-bye.